because I was talking about how I have been attacked. I was first time I got stopped and frisked. I was 12. I
Yeah.
got stopped and frisked on the same block one day during the day, carrying a clear fish tank. Be able to talk about it after. I think a lot of people, after you learn something, digest it. Sit down for a minute.
Like you get that sense too, like they think like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to live my life. I ain't got as much either. I'm just hustling too. Like don't bring all this towards my way, and they don't want to hear that. But it's like, nah, bro, we not saying it's you. We just saying like this shit going on, and we saying let's get better and be cool. Like it's not. We could still go have ice cream, bro. Like it ain't gotta be in your head all the day, all the time. But when we do talk about it, like it's cool just to be chill, bro. Nobody's blaming you for nothing, really.
Left, right, middle, right? So let's say left, right, middle. If you only know left, right, and middle, and you don't know the before, and you can't even come up with a connotation of the after, then you don't know enough. Because
Yeah.
once you start learning, the more you learn about a topic, is the more you realize you don't learn.
I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair. I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair.
Where we back on Bird's Eye View. We back on Between the Word and Us podcast.
Episode 9, episode 9.
It's episode 9, bro. We live, bro. We live episode 9. But like, what I learned about streaming too is like, because I've been watching a lot of streams and just seeing what people have been doing lately, and like it's hard. First of all, I think the key though is consistency. The key really is consistency, man.
But I feel like the one thing about streaming, I feel like the consistency is at a different level. That's on a whole nother level of consistency right there. Because
But some
you
people
live.
like you live, but like some people, I see certain streams. I ain't trying to like downplay nobody, but there's people literally sometimes doing nothing with 100 people looking at them.
That is a fact.
You feel me?
That
Like
is
I'll be
also a
like,
fact.
there's people watching people sleep.
There are
Like,
people. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when they be doing
dudes,
that,
they sleeping. I'll be like, bro, is there like a? I'll be like, bro, is there like a sleep fetish going on? I think some people got some sleep fetishes or something like
I
that
think
they
some
just
people
want.
might be freaked out. You might be right. You might be
They
on
might,
something.
but to be honest, bro, like that's not even a surprise knowing what's going on in the world lately. And your boy the Diddler sound like he about
First of
to
all,
be freedom, bro.
first of all, your boy Diddler is outside right now. They let him
Bro, your
outside. They
boy
freed
Diddler,
him out the
but
cage. They took the shackles
is
off
he
my
out?
man.
I thought,
Yo, no, that he out on
is he
probation,
out?
but like not out free, but he out to
They let him
like
out on bail? I
he
thought they
on
denied his
bail.
bail.
Nah,
They,
I think they got him to let him put his affairs in order. I think he only allowed to be in Miami or something.
bro, to be honest, that's what I figured was gonna happen. I figured he was gonna get out, bro. Because I looked at the case. They tried to do too much. There was no Rico there, bro. There was nothing there. All they had him on was some freaky shit, and the domestic violence. They didn't even charge him with domestic violence. That's the
Cause you
crazy
know,
part.
Cause you gotta understand the play. The play is like, so when they hit, like when they run down on project buildings and stuff and they Rico the whole project, the play is always,
Yeah,
if we get him, everybody gonna get scared and everybody gonna crack and we gonna get the information we need. So that's been a new police like way of doing it. They run down and they like, we gonna put so much pressure on them, they gonna crack forward and give us whatever we need anyway. So they could show up half cop and
nah, because I was like, I think they were counting on the jury just looking at Diddy like some kind of thug and some kind of criminal, and they were like, because they didn't really have much. That's what I realized. Like when this case first started, I'm like, oh, they got some shit. They got some shit. But the more the case went on, it was the same shit. I'm like, bro, are y'all trying to just get him on being a freaky ass nigga? Because this is a lifestyle, bro.
cause
People
you gotta
live this
understand,
lifestyle, this swinger shit. Like people do this.
they do. And it's regular. It's calm. I
It's
got a
on,
homeboy
bro.
in New York. His uncle, that's him and his wife. That's just how they rock, and they
That's how
happy.
people rock, bro. Yeah, like people really do that shit. So I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out what they. I'm like, all right, they got some shit on this nigga. Like shit about to come out. We about to see all kinds of names. Like it's about to be. And then
But they,
all they kept talking about was one
he got,
thing. Him.
he basically got, he didn't get kidnapping. He got, basically, he got intent to transport a woman to a sexual event. or something like that, like in
Yeah,
that type of terms. But that's like any rich dude, like Lil Durk or Lil Baby or whatever, and he say he got 20 girls behind him. When he take them to the party, what you think he's taking them to the party to do? Tap dance? Rub feet?
facts. No facts. And then the girls, like just looking at it, like the girls, like they were implicit. They try to get them for sex trafficking. Like there was nobody forced to do nothing.
See,
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
that's the part that had me because I was like, okay, if Diddy is a sex trafficker, how many of them are actually sex traffickers? So it made me go, if Diddy a sex trafficker, any dude you see with an entourage of women is a sex trafficker. That's how my brain was like. Because if that's true, what he's doing, then they're all criminals.
That's what facts. Because all the flying out girls, oh, you know,
Oh, you
celebrities do that all the time. So it's like, bro, that's like the norm.
so if that's sex trafficking, everybody got to go to jail.
There's a lot of people about to get barbecued if that's the case. I feel like it's just you know, he was in a lawsuit with this liquor company. I forgot the liquor company, like Diageo or something. It's a British big
Deleon,
time.
Deleon is
No,
it Deleon?
Deleon. It's all under Deleon. It's all under
Uh,
Deleon, Ciroc. Like it's the company is like called Diego or some shit like that, bro. And he actually like settled on the lawsuit. I think he said they own like $1 billion or some shit like that
he owe
for
a
like.
billion dollars.
No, that company owes him. Like they settled. Like it was a settlement. Like
Sheesh.
he said, like they wasn't pushing his product, like the product like that. Like it was a partnership, something like that, bro. But I feel like they just try to get him on too much shit that wasn't there, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's the
they
thing. And then
fishing.
and I'm kind of like, and then they saying like I don't know, like the criminal justice. I think that's what the defense. I mean, the prosecution was hoping on. I think they were just hoping on that Diddy was that they looked at him like the black dude. They were just hoping like the black dude go in the courtroom and he just have to fucking settle. You know what I'm saying? But he
But
got
I think
money
that's,
for them
but
lawyers.
you got to think about it like this though. Like, there's a reason why nobody that he was like any A-list person that would have been involved
Hmm.
in his trial. Because if Diddy was really going to jail for some of the crime, because Diddy has committed crime. Diddy is
Yeah,
known for pressing people, he got videos of him
yeah,
putting his
no.
hands on. So like,
And
so
this ain't
no,
no
no, no, I'm
defense of
not.
Diddy. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
we ain't trying to defend the dude like he ain't do some shit. Like, yeah, obviously that was abuse what he did with the Cassie and shit like that, bro. But like the charges they trying to get him on, bro.
but I think that's like I think that's like the game of what they doing though. Like I think it's a whole plot, a whole setup. Like we know we can't hit him for the Cassie situation because Cassie's probably not even going to testify, and then Cassie then now the lawyer's going
Or
to ask her questions. Oh, have you ever put your hands on him? Now it's a whole nother thing. So you know when you boil it down, for you to catch him, you got to burn him and everybody he with. But they not burning his whole squad, which means this is like a show. This is like a TV show basically. But he just got 20 years. Because think
yeah,
about it, the Diddy case went on for how long? We didn't even hear none of the. We never heard no. We haven't heard Diddy speak. We used to see Young Thug sit in court. We used to see him laughing. We used to see him when he blew his nose.
yeah,
YSL Woody. We watched YSL Woody go crazy for months
yeah, yeah. YSL Woody literally came up off the trial.
off the trial, and we haven't heard a
This
single
nigga
word out of
came
Diddy mouth.
up off the trial, bro. YSL Woody, like literally, like, bro, and then
That's
like, bro, that
procedure.
nigga came up off his criminal behavior, nigga, just by
But a
acting
lot.
the
But
fool, bro.
think about that though. Criminal behavior is how a lot of people came up. I be thinking like, yo, you a billionaire, bro. And you tapped into some criminal behavior, bro.
Yeah,
You're tapped into some criminal behavior. It comes with a territory. Cause you gotta think they
yeah,
mind different, bro. And I think like in that game, I think this is like beef between them. Cause think about it. There's real charges that he could be charged with, but he's not gonna get charged with.
yeah. They
Cause
didn't
this is a
charge him
billionaire
with the
game.
domestic violence, but the thing is, you're right. This is a money grab. Like somebody was just trying to take him down. That's why they didn't charge him with the domestic violence because they knew that wasn't going to get him the years they wanted them to get. So they
Hmm.
like, we got to get him on RICO. We got to put all this to sex trafficking, all that shit. But the thing is, none of that shit added up, bro. And quite frankly, bro, the text messages, like these girls were complicit.
That see, so if the girls is complicit, right? So we know the girls is complicit. These girls go into these parties. They said, oh, the baby oil was. They said the baby oil consensual. The baby oil jokes is over now. The baby oil
Yeah.
consensual. Da da
Bro,
da
there
da
was people
da.
outside
That's
after he got
nasty.
acquitted out of shit
Nah,
with the baby oil, bro. We
man, that
have
shit
baby
pissed me
oil
off.
people out, bro.
That
Bro,
shit had me
the
so
world
good.
is undefeated. You don't know what niggas would do, bro. Like,
I
dudes
said
is
niggas cannot be
undefeated.
stopped.
Niggas can never be stopped, bro. They was out there protesting, and to be honest, bro, like on just a black people side, bro, we ain't never even trust the criminal justice system. Like, it's
We
not even
never
about
trusted.
Diddy.
Yeah,
When we
it
see
was. Yeah,
a brother just get away, it's a victory, bro.
it
It's the
is.
same thing with OJ. Like for us, it's not even about who it is. It's like this system done us so dirty for so long. It's like fuck it, bro. We gonna take every dub we can, no matter who it is, bro.
Bro, I'm so glad you said that, bro. Because a lot of people don't like to just accept that, bro. Yes, because we are black, yeah, white people get away with shit. Yeah, we happy to see the criminal justice system falling. That shit evil. We want that
Yeah,
shit to be a whole new system. Yeah, we waiting. We counting
yeah,
down the days for the new system.
bro. They ain't gonna be no system. It's just gonna be a collapse. Like I don't
You know,
think,
the one thing I was talking about this, my fault, but I think if the system do collapse, if America fall, it goes to the
yeah,
states. Now your new president is the governor. You gotta think like that, and I be thinking like you think like that, you gotta now America make you a little bit more nervous. Because if you think about it, how many states? There's probably like 40 states you
we
would
going to
hope that you was
war.
not in. That
Texas
too.
going to war with California. There's gonna be some beef between. You know how there's just opposites in states wise, bro. There's just states don't even get along. Certain
We
states,
don't
bro.
even see each other the same. Like even Texas, they say Texas is more liberal now. They more trying to like find, but you got to think the dark, well not the dark side, the rural side of Texas is still they still racist low key. Like you got to think
Yeah,
we got when you really think about who is in Texas. In 1950, the Germans, mad Germans, moved to Texas after the World War. After everybody, when
yeah,
famine was hitting, so you got to think all of these people with this prejudice mindset who bought up the countryside, who still have they still sundown towns. You could pull up a map, fucking hundreds of sundown towns in America. So like when you played it like so like when it comes to like when it comes down to when it boiled down, I'd be like, yo, people don't like to talk about race because they think race don't got nothing to do with anything anymore. But you
and then
must
it
be
just triggers
blind
some
and
people.
retarded.
Race just triggers some people. Well, but like, there's certain people in the country who have never seen a black person.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
scary.
saying? There's people who have
The
never
white flight
seen.
was real. The white flight. Do y'all know that the white flight was real? Redlining was real.
No, because I learned that because one time, bro, I was at the airport, right? I was at the Denver International Airport, and this little girl was like, she looked at me, bro, and then I heard her, and she's like, "Mom, look at his skin. I look at his skin." And then her parents tried to tell, "Oh, that's an African American." I'm starting to realize like this little girl probably ain't never like really been around black people, so she don't
Yeah.
even get. And it's not even her fault. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just she's a kid, bro. But it's
This is an
like
adult.
that's how you know this stuff is taught too. Racism is really taught because it's
This
like,
shit is sick, bro.
go ahead.
It's so sick. I want to give, this is somebody that we both know. I'm not going to say her name, but we were both in the Navy with her. And she was from Utah. She's initially from Utah. She's Mexican by descent. But when she met me, we just talked, we were casual, whatever, and she was just
Yeah,
cool people. And I was like, she's just such a great person. She's a person, like, just a great
yeah,
person.
yeah,
You don't run into
yeah.
those too often.
It was
She
straight.
was she would be so baffled by like who I am, like my hair. She would not even like on some like she looked at me in like a sexual way, but it was just like,
Yeah,
oh my God, I've never seen like hair like this.
yeah,
Like the music, like it was a culture shock. And this was an adult, 20 plus years
yeah,
old.
yeah, yeah. No, that's a fact. She probably just never like people think of like we have come so far as a nation, but at the same time we're not that far away from where we were too. You get what I'm saying?
It's less than 100 years.
And then,
The last black person to be lynched was like 1991, bro. That's not even what 30, 35, 34 years.
bro, there's still people getting lynched.
They said
We
somebody
just
just
don't
got
know
lynched in
who.
upstate New York. No, somebody got lynched in upstate New York a couple weeks ago. couple weeks ago.
bro.
Yeah, you
People,
said that
there,
somebody got
there,
lynched in upstate New York a couple weeks ago.
there's still people out here getting lynched. That's the crazy part. Like, we not that far removed. Because I think sometimes too, this is what we talked about. This like people living in different universes. It's what you want to see, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's still atrocities and stuff going on. Of course, you always want to stay positive and stuff, but let's not lose ourselves in like, oh, this stuff is not happening. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how we get, and then people get offended. Like sometimes when I talk to my white brothers and sisters, bro, like I see them because they think you blaming them. You get what I'm saying? Like you get that sense too. Like they think like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to live my life. I ain't got as much either. I'm just hustling too. Like don't bring all this towards my way. And they don't want to hear that. But it's like, nah, bro, we not saying it's you. We just saying like this shit going on, and we saying let's get better and be cool. Like it's not. We could still go have ice cream, bro. Like it ain't gotta be in your head all the day, all the time. But when we do talk about it, like it's cool just to be chill, bro. Nobody's blaming you for nothing really.
No, that's
Just
for
to
real.
get understanding.
And I would like to make a secondary point to that. It's like we don't. Yeah, obviously we don't have no beef with nobody, right? So it's like you
Yeah.
look at them and it's like, why are you offended? When you get offended by me stating something general, like I remember one time I was talking, we was on a ship in the berthing, and
Yeah.
this made most of the white guys so pissed off because I was talking about how I have been attacked. I was first time I got stopped and frisked, I was 12. I
Yeah.
got stopped and frisked on the same block one day during the day carrying a clear fish tank. So like when you like I've been targeted
I've
racially.
lived this.
I've lived. I was telling them, yo, I have lived the things that you're saying is a lie. I lived them in real life. I've been staring down a gun for nothing.
Fuzz, you know how I know that that's like, because I remember one time we was in the birthing and we was talking about the cops and stuff, and then we was all like agreeing on stuff, and then one of our white brothers, he was agreeing a little, and then all of a sudden I heard him say, dude, let me stop before they think I'm taking their side. And I'm just like, I heard that. I ain't saying nothing, but in my head, bro, like, bro, we gonna think what we gonna think anyway, because we live this shit. We seen this still. Like, we don't care what you talking about picking sides for, but like, I heard that. I could tell you offline who it was and stuff, but it was like, come on, bro. Like, you see, this is
You
what
know
I'm
what?
talking about. Like,
Let me
people
not.
digging in on the truth. Like, fuck the truth. I'm gonna just be tribal and pick my side, bro.
That's it. Tribal. And that's the part that tripped me out. Right? So to me, if I was a white man, of course I want to see white people do great. If I was a white man, I would know white history. If I was a
Yeah.
white man, I would support white businesses. Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's like the part that really fucks with people's heads is that we're just
Yeah.
trying to do the same thing. Nobody gets mad at Asian people for supporting Asian businesses. Nobody gets mad at the Asian guy whose whole family owns the whole block. Nobody gets mad at the Jewish guy who owns the whole neighborhood. Nobody's gonna get mad at the white guy who only hires his cousins. But let a black man do it. And that's like it's always just like that weird thing where it's like they want you to join them instead of make your own team. What the hell? We already have our own team. If we was gonna play on the same team, we would have never. This conversation wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
I
No.
think that's just
I,
it's hard. It's hard, and I don't want to say this in a way to where it feels like we're demonizing the people that are of European descent.
different.
And the thing is, it's like
No.
if you're on my side, stand on it.
No, I got
They're like
people
Ba
who I
can't make me
consider
feel
family
like
that
I'm
are
his
white. I ain't gonna lie.
opposition. Like Ba
Yeah,
can't never make me feel like he's my opposition because I chose his side. So like even
yeah,
if he say, yo, it's something about the way black Americans is too hostile, black Americans too, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Ba talking shit about me. No, I'm on Ba's side.
yeah, yeah. No, that's a fact. But I feel like it's just so tribal now that people are like, bro, I gotta ride, even though it's not the truth, bro. Like I gotta ride. And then there's some like black people. The reason like it's like that sometimes is because like we limited. African Americans is like very limited, bro. Like it's not a big circle, even though there's a lot of influence.
A lot
But that's
we got the
why,
most influence. Most
yeah, that's
influence,
why
but we
when
have the least amount of avenues. And all black people are trying to do is we don't just want to play basketball. We want to educate. We want to bring
bro,
a whole bunch
that's
of
one of the
different
videos.
facets.
That's one of the videos I was about to share with you, bro.
It was
We
like,
got a
yo,
catalog, bro.
we got a
We're building
catalog,
a
bro.
cat.
We
Yo, we
done came a
building a
long
catalog.
way.
Fuzz, we read, bro. Like low key, bro. Like our subscribers ain't up like that. Our views like ain't up like that. But like, I'm proud of us, bro.
Oh,
I'm proud of us, bro. Like I'm proud of us. And this is only the beginning, bro. We getting better. And like
like
I was
we're
talking
good.
about this in my stream last night, like bro, like and then the video we have put out about you said counting your wins. I get what you were saying now. Like after I watched it, I'm like, oh, he means when you counting your wins, even like when you realize like you didn't do good at something, that's a win because
It's
you
still a
like
win.
I'm learning. I know that this ain't good. I shouldn't do it like this. Next time I should do it like that, bro. Like I know it sounds like I get what you're saying. Like I
No,
should have
it's
got it
so
in the first place, but
it's good though. That's the best. That's the beauty of like what we doing. Like if you don't get it in the moment, like that's why we keep giving it out. That's why we keep getting better. Cause like think about our first episode. It was a great episode. But if we was to reshoot that episode right now, we would body that episode.
we gonna body that. We wasn't ready, bro. We was not. No, we was ready, but we was ready for that moment at
We were
that
ready for that
time. Like
moment.
we was
Yeah.
prepared for that, particular time. Like yesterday, I was telling my chat, bro. I was like, bro. Like we live in an era with so much information and so like there's no secrets no more, but it seems like people are less like there's less people actually achieving their goals because
Hmm.
those people like and I said that's because people haven't realized you're consuming too much. You get what I'm saying? You have to detox and able to achieve your goals. When you got so much going on in your head and you're consuming so much information, you don't know where to start.
You
Like
hit the
you're not
overload.
designed to multitask like that. Cause you know how I don't know. You probably been there before where you say, "I'm gonna do this. I want to do that. I want to do that." Ain't no way, bro. You're not about to do all those things at one time, at least. You know what I'm saying?
The worst thing is like even now I be knowing it and I still try a little bit. I'll go for two things at once. But I try two things. I
No,
just try it.
no, two things at once is cool, but like your major goals. You know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be a
Yeah.
major goal. There's got to be levels to what you're trying to do,
I think
and how
that
much
comes from like
energy and
a
time you gonna put in there.
that too. But I think it comes from goal stacking. You know, people go like, for now, say like nowadays, if you want it to be rich, you need three, four, five streams of income. If you want to
Yeah,
amount, if you want to amass a certain size of wealth, working a job is not going to get you there, right? But it's the same thing with goals and dreams and aspirations. Just, just doing one thing to make yourself great at it is not enough. So it's like people always want that practice, but I think what we forget is like nobody wants to go in the gym and do their push-ups. Everybody wants to bench 225, but even when you bench 225, you still got to do your reps. You still got to do your warm-ups. You still got to stretch out. I think we think that the end credits is going to roll and we forget that we still got to do work. That's what makes your goal
yeah,
stacking work. Your goal stacking
yeah.
works when you're really good at one, so now you can get really good at the next one. And you get really good at the next one, and then you see them all
That you
come
can
together.
move. Yeah. No, no, I even realized that about how we be going out. We be just trying to learn. We be learning shit like just random shit. You like the alien stuff, and then you like your
Yeah,
history, you like your religion, you like your politics, and all that
yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah.
even
We
in
be all
terms of
over.
that, like I'd be like, bro, and able to retain some of this information, some of this knowledge, I gotta stick to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like I be trying to learn about the brain, and then all of a sudden, like a video of fucking aliens will show up, and all of a sudden I'm interested in it. I go on a fucking binge of watching that, and all of a sudden I see a video of financial something, and I go on a diatribe of trying to learn all that, and it's like, bro, I started trying to just learn about the brain, but it's like all of a sudden all this stuff pops up on my media feed, and I just go on a tangent of all these different things, and I'm just lost. I never really retained much of it. You know what I'm saying? But now I realize,
Nah,
all right, I gotta break this down.
and I feel like you also. I think another thing is two things that I would like to say, just to like when it comes to just collecting information and how to like remember it. One,
Mm-hmm.
consistency. Like me for Black History, I consistently like when I open Instagram, my social medias aren't. I don't know. I don't know how other people's social media is, but mine is giving me the same information. Black history, black history, black history, black history. Why? Because I want to have it so good in my mind. Like now, I used to get on there. I'll see a video of a guy talking and be like, "Oh, who's this black guy?" Now I know. Oh, that's Kwame Ture. Oh, that's James Baldwin. Oh, that's Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu. That's because you really have to. You really got to get in there. And then once you
Yeah,
get
no,
in there, then you could mix and match. Then I go, okay, now let me go and see. Let me go learn about Islam. Oh, you know what? Let me go see what Palestine. Who are the advocates for Palestine? You know, but you gotta like like when you go in there, be able to talk about it after. I think a lot of people after you learn something, digest it. Sit down for a minute and just
no,
what are
that's
we
a
talking
fact.
about?
That's a fact. No, that's actually a good way to know if you're retaining information, if you're learning. Can you teach it? Can you explain it to somebody? Can you have a conversation about it? You know what I'm saying? Like if
Hmm.
you really want to know if you like getting something down, is if you can have a dialogue about it or teach it to somebody or explain it to somebody where they can understand it. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, I
Yeah,
used to have this
that's
problem. I
real.
had things in my head and it just made sense to me in my head, but I couldn't explain it to nobody. And I'm like, all right, at that point, then you really don't know what you're talking
No, I
about
know
if you
exactly what
can't
you're talking
explain
about,
it.
yo. Yo, when I was younger, that shit used to piss me off because I was like, yo, I'm smart. I used to be mad, and I had so it was an older dude.
Yeah.
He wasn't even trying to like be disrespectful, but he was just basically like, yo, if you feel like that, then do it. Why can't you do it? Because you don't actually put in the
Yeah.
time to be who you think you are. And that was
Hard.
painful for me. That shit hurt
Fuzz,
my
that's so
feelings.
true. People have this perception of who they are in their minds, but like when push comes to shove, when they're challenged to be that person, that's when you find out who you really are. When them obstacles come in your way, that's when, because you have this image of your head, you think you this, sometimes you might think you this greater than great, and then
Hmm.
sometimes you might be put in a position where you might have to debate someone or you might have to present your ideas or show someone how to do something. And all of a sudden, or you scared of something and all of a sudden you can't or you scared or something. And then it's like, bro, I'm not him. I'm not who I thought I was. And that's because you ain't put in that work. And it's not like you ain't never going to be. It's that you just really ain't never really put in that work and you just gave yourself this illusion of grandeur that wasn't never there, bro.
Talk to him, Ba. Talk to him, Ba. Talk to him.
And there's a lot of people living like that. They living in their own mind. That's why I say the power of the mind is so powerful that you could actually lie to yourself. Like it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time because you could build your own confidence within, but you can also be delusional at the same time.
This is a quote from Kwame Ture. He said he said it said people can be convinced that they're actually thinking. And the hardest thing to do is to convince somebody that believes that they're thinking that they're not. There are people who genuinely feel like I know everything. If you think you know everything, like this is
Yeah,
my like the best way for me to put this, especially because I was talking about I shot a little video before this about it wasn't about politics, but it was about in the realm of just like hard topics. But left, right, middle, right? So let's say left, right, middle. If you only know left, right, and middle, and you don't know the before, and you can't even come up with a connotation of the after, then you don't know enough. Because
yeah.
once you start learning, the more you learn about a topic, is the more you realize you don't learn. I mean, you don't know. The more you realize you don't know about that topic.
Fuzz, that's a fact, bro. I was in my car, like I was in the car the other day, and I just be thinking, and I was like, bro, the older I get, the more I realize I know less.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The more I realize, bro, I don't know shit for real like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know as much as I like when your parents used to say you don't know as much or like you really don't understand, like, that's a
You don't.
fact.
It hits you as you get up in age. Because when even the things that I can flash back and be like, I knew that in sixth grade. I knew that but I didn't know it. I couldn't tell you about it like I can now. When you
Yeah,
really know something, you feel so. It's like it's like if somebody like you could go up to somebody and you could just ask them about themselves and they won't even know that.
that's
And I
right.
think that's the way to test it. Test yourself. I think it's a
Yeah,
painful process because it's like I might not be who I am, but that means If you understand that you're not who you are and you want to be somebody better, you're on a better path than the one that you thought you was.
Yeah, if you recognize your own ignorance, if you recognize, bro, I'm really like I'm on a whole reset right now of my whole knowledge or the things I thought I know. Like I'm just on like I'm ready to learn from anything, anyone. I'm trying to be as open minded as taking information in as possible. You know what I'm saying? But in the same sense, you don't also want to fall for everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't
That's
want to
it.
be
That's
too
all.
open minded where you just letting everything actually influence you or like it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta break things down. Like, all right, why would this happen? Like you gotta break things down. You know, you gotta break sources and information down, but you can't just go with the flow on everything.
I love when we get this deep because like I want to keep going and I keep looking at the time and I'm like, yo, I want
I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair. I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there,